Imagine walking alone on a deserted road, the only sound being the creaking of trees and the rustling of leaves. Suddenly, you stumble upon a clue that could change everything, a clue that could lead to the solving of a decades-old cold case. This is the reality for Britain's cold case investigators, who tirelessly work to uncover the truth behind the country's most baffling crimes. You find yourself standing in the middle of a deserted road, surrounded by nothing but the eerie silence of the night. The only sound is the distant hum of a car driving by, its headlights casting an ominous glow on the foggy landscape. This is where it all started, the beginning of a journey into the dark world of Britain's cold cases. As you take your first steps, the crunch of gravel beneath your feet echoes through the air, and you can't help but feel a sense of unease. You're about to embark on a path that will lead you to the most shocking, the most disturbing, and the most heartbreaking stories of murder, loss, and betrayal. The question is, are you ready to face the truth? You're now standing in a dimly lit room, the air thick with the smell of old documents and dusty files. The sound of rustling papers and whispering voices fills your ears as you begin to sift through the evidence. A chill runs down your spine as you stumble upon a cold case file, the words "unsolved" and "murder" staring back at you. The victim's face, a haunting reminder of the tragedy that befell them, gazes up at you from the photograph. You can't help but wonder, what happened to this person? Who could have committed such a heinous crime? As you delve deeper into the case, you start to notice inconsistencies, discrepancies that raise more questions than answers. The investigation is about to take a dark and unexpected turn. You're now part of the investigation, working alongside Britain's top detectives to uncover the truth. The sound of typing on keyboards, the murmur of conversations, and the occasional ring of a phone fill the air as you pore over the evidence. You're analyzing DNA samples, re-examining witness statements, and retracing the victim's final steps. The smell of freshly brewed coffee and the hum of the fluorescent lights above create a sense of urgency, a sense that time is running out. As you work tirelessly to piece together the puzzle, you start to notice a pattern, a thread that weaves together the seemingly unrelated clues. But just as you think you're getting close to the truth, a new lead emerges, throwing everything into chaos. The question is, can you keep up with the twists and turns of this complex investigation? You're now standing in a crowded, noisy pub, the sound of laughter and clinking glasses filling the air. But amidst the chaos, you notice a figure, sitting alone in the corner, nursing a drink. They seem out of place, their eyes fixed on something in the distance. As you approach them, they turn to face you, and you're met with a shocking revelation. This person, it turns out, is a key witness, one who has been hiding in plain sight. Their testimony could change everything, but can you trust them? The smell of beer and sweat fills your nostrils as you try to process the new information. The investigation has just taken a dramatic turn, and you're left wondering, what other secrets are hiding in the shadows? You're now standing in a quiet, suburban street, the sun setting behind the houses, casting long shadows across the pavement. The sound of children playing in the distance, the smell of freshly cut grass, and the sight of blooming flowers create a sense of normalcy, a sense of peace. But as you approach one of the houses, you're reminded of the tragedy that occurred here, the life that was lost, and the family that was torn apart. The victim's family, still grieving, still searching for answers, looks up at you with a mix of hope and desperation. You can't help but wonder, will they ever find closure? Will justice ever be served? As you stand there, trying to process the emotions, you realize that the aftermath of a cold case is just as complex, just as heartbreaking, as the investigation itself. You're now standing in a modern, high-tech laboratory, the sound of machines humming, and the smell of chemicals and equipment filling the air. The latest forensic techniques, the most advanced technology, and the brightest minds are all working together to crack the case. The detectives, the scientists, and the experts are all piecing together the evidence, creating a timeline, and reconstructing the events. As you watch, you realize that the truth is finally starting to emerge, like a puzzle coming together. But just as you think you have all the answers, a new question arises. What about the cases that remain unsolved? What about the victims who still don't have justice? The investigation may be over, but the search for truth, the search for justice, is far from it. You're left with a haunting question: will these cases ever be solved, or will they remain forever cold? As we conclude our journey into the world of Britain's cold cases, we're left with more questions than answers. The truth is still out there, waiting to be uncovered. If you have any information, any theories, or any thoughts on these cases, please share them with us in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe for more true crime content, and join us next time as we delve into another haunting, another mystery, and another journey into the unknown. The search for truth, the search for justice, is never truly over. What do you think is the key to solving these cold cases? Share your thoughts, and let's work together to uncover the truth.